Let's read the story for today about living healthy. Arthur is having an online class for a 10th hour. He stopped for a break and do some stretching every 2/5 hour. How many times did he stop? This problem is an application of division of fractions. So, how do we solve fractions, or how we divide fractions? But before we answer that question, let us find out, or let us recall the steps in solving word problems. Again, you need to think, you understand the problem, you know what is asked in the problem, the given facts and the word clue, plan what operation are we going to use, and then solve. Don't forget to use the ESA form. Now let's solve the story problem. Now Arthur is having an online class for a total of 8 10th hour. Now every 2/5 hour, he stopped. Therefore, if we are going to divide so that we will know how many times did he stop, we are going to divide. And what should be our dividend and divisor? Be careful in inputting the equation of what is the dividend and also the divisor. So the total is 8/10. So that is our dividend. So we have 8/10, and then we divide it to every 2/5 hours. So in solving word problem involving division, you have to be careful of what is dividend and what is the divisor. So the dividend is the total, and the divisor is that's what you are going to divide. So we have in the steps in dividing. This one is a simple fraction. All you have to do is to get the reciprocal of the divisor. So we have, you just copy the dividend, which is 8/10. Then get the reciprocal of 2/5, which is 5/2. Then proceed to multiplication process. So when you multiply, you just multiply the numerators and you multiply the denominator. So you have 40/20. That's an improper fraction, so you divide it. 40 divided by 20, we have 2/40. So there is no remainder, therefore there is no fraction, but it's just only a whole number. Therefore, the answer is 2. Arthur stopped for 2 times for his online class during that hour or during that day. Now, in dividing, you need to be careful of the dividend and the divisor, because you cannot interchange that, because the divisor should be the one that you're going to get the reciprocal. If you interchange that, the answer will be different. We are going to interchange the divisor and the dividend, so you have to be careful. Let's have more examples. How many 1/16 pieces of paper can be cut from a 4/8 piece of paper? In this given problem, let's try to find out what is the dividend. The dividend here is the total, which is the 4/8 piece of paper, because of the word from. It says here that how many 1/16 pieces of paper can be cut from a 4/8. So the dividend is the 4/8. Then we are going to divide to 1/16. So we just have to copy the dividend, then get the reciprocal of the divisor, proceed to multiplication. So we have 16 times 4, that is 24, 64/8. Now 64, it's over 8, is an improper fraction. So since it's the numerator is bigger than the denominator, then divide. So 8, 64, no remainder. Therefore, the answer is a whole number, which is 8. So how many 1/16 pieces? You will have 8 pieces of 1/16 piece of paper. So that's the answer. Next, how many 4/8 meter pieces of lace can be cut from a 40 meters of lace? Again, it's almost the same pattern as the first problem with the word from. So 40 meters is the total. You divide it to the 4/8. Now, if it's a whole number, you just put 1 as a denominator, get the reciprocal of the divisor, it becomes 8/4. So we have you multiply 40 times 8, that is 320, divided by 4. So this one is a big number. You divide now 320, divide 4, that is 8, 32, there's 0, then 0, no more remainder, it's also a whole number. So how many 4/8 meter pieces of lace can be cut from a 40 meters of lace? The answer is 80 pieces of 4/8 meters of lace can be cut from the 40 meters piece of lace. Next, Ella has 6 meters of cloth. She will use it for making scarves. How many scarves can she make if each scarf needs 2/3 meter? Now this one, the total, Ella has a total of 6 meters of cloth. Then that would be your dividend. So 6. You divide it to each scarf needs 2/3. Okay, so how many scarves can he make, or can she make rather? So we have 6 over 1. Then you multiply the reciprocal of the divisor, which is 3 over 2, so that is 18 over 2. Then you divide it, 18 divided by 2, we have 9. No remainder, so the answer is 9. So there are 9 scarves. So in solving word problem, you should make it in complete answer. So we have the equation, then you put the solution, and then you state and write the complete answer. Next, Jenny has 10 1/2 kilograms of mangoes. She kept 4 kilograms for her family and shared the rest equally among her 2 brothers. How many kilograms of mangoes will each brother get? Now in this problem, there is 2 operations that we are going to find, or that we're going to use. So we have, if Jenny has 10 1/2 kilogram of mangoes, and then she will divide it with among her 2 brothers, but before dividing the 10 1/2 kilogram, she kept first 4 kilograms. So we need to subtract. Okay, so we need to subtract first 10 1/2 minus 4. So you have 10 minus 4, that is 6 1/2. Now 6 1/2 kilograms will be divided among her 2 brothers. So let's divide. How do we divide if it's a mixed number? All you have to do is to make this an improper fraction. So this will become 12 plus 1, 13 over 2. Then get the reciprocal of 2, which is 1/2. Then multiply the numerators and the denominator. So that is 13 over 4. The answer is an improper fraction, so you divide 13 divided by 4, that is 3, 12. Then there's a remainder, so that's the new fraction. The whole number is 3, that's the quotient, so we have 3. And then the remainder is 1, copy the denominator. Therefore, each brother will get 3 1/4 kilograms. That's the answer. So these are just some of the applications of division of fraction. In dividing fractions, you have to be careful if there is other operation included in the word problem, and also you have to be careful of what is the dividend and what is the divisor. Be also careful of the keywords used of whatever operation that you are going to perform. It's either addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division.